Magic fans, I'm Beef and welcome back to another Historic Brawl gameplay video. So normally we don't play Historic Brawl during the week, but with Ether Drift only 7 days away, I thought I'd take this opportunity to play some commanders that I've been wanting to play for a while and never got around to. So I'm going to be playing some more Brawl this week. It's also probably my favourite format. I do really enjoy it. And today we are playing Hinata Dawnground. I actually played this card in a deck when it was in standard before I did the channel, and it's very powerful then, and it's pretty powerful now. So who is Hinata? Hinata is a 4 mana in Jeskai commander, so it's 1 then blue red white, or red white and blue, 4/4 flying trample or flample, and it has spells you cast 1 less to cast for each target, and spells your opponents cast cost 1 more to cast for each target. Now that second part obviously is relevant. Taxing your opponent's targeted spells is always powerful, but it's the first one which is really good, because one of the things is all counter spells have a target. You know, if you look at 3 steps ahead, counter target spell, negate, counter target spell, reject, counter target spell. So it basically reduces the cost of all our counter spells, and this is a control deck, but it also reduces the cost of all our targeted removal, like you know, a braid becomes 1 mana and things like that. Obviously things like Lightning Bolt and Swords of Plowshares don't have generic mana, and Counterspell and Mana Drain don't either. But it does, we are playing a few 3 mana counterspells, which often you don't play because they're just inefficient. But obviously things like Absorb Energy, Disallow, Saw It Coming without Foretell, and Flare of Denial, they have turned into Counterspell with Hinata out, which is very powerful. So I'm not going to go through every single card because we've seen a lot of these cards before, and it is a control deck with a lot of counterspells. But I am going to go through the cards which are really powerful for Hinata, and these are the ones which have multiple targets. So we have a spree card in Return the Favour, so we can pay 1 to copy target instant spell, sorcery spell, activate ability, or trigger ability. We may choose new targets for the copy, and we can also pay 1 to change the target of target spell appear to a single target. So usually we're only going to do the first one, but because we are targeting a spell, probably as it is free, so we're essentially just paying 2 red for this. And you know, if our opponent casts maybe targeted removal against our commander, we can activate both abilities to copy that spell, take out one of their creatures, and then change the target of the original spell to another one of their creatures. Prismari command as well targets multiple things, although it's only got 1 generic mana cost, so we're going to get it down to a red and a blue. Khan's Temporal Summon is really powerful. It's a 6 mana extra turn spell. However, it targets players take an extra turn spell, so that reduces cost by 1, and then we return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, so that reduces it by 2, so it turns into a 4 mana extra turn spell, and we can bounce a creature that our opponent controls. Same with Time Warp, because it target player takes an extra turn, it reduces it to 4. Temporal Manipulation doesn't target, so it just always stays 5. Sublime Epiphany is also bonkers. It has 5 options, all of which have a target. You're generally only doing 4, because counter target spell and counter target activate triggered ability, generally you don't get them both at the same time. You can, if something has a cast trigger, you can counter the spell, counter that trigger, then return target non-land permanent to owner's hand, create a token as a copy of target creature we control, and target player draws a card. We don't have a lot of creatures, and the ones we do have, most of them are legendary, but we can just create a copy of, say, Hinata to get that cost down, and paying 2 for this is not unheard of. Magma Opus is another one which is also in standard with Hinata. It is an 8 mana instant, and you can pay 2 to discard it, create a treasure, so if we get it early we may want to do that, but probably not. But then it deals 4 damage divided as we choose from any number of targets, then we tap 2 target permanents, we create a 4/4 and draw 2 cards. So in theory we can target 6 things. We can target 4 creatures, or 3 creatures and our opponent, or planeswalkers, tap 2 lands or whatever, and we can target the same thing, and we can pay 2 for this. So 2 for this to get all that is bonkers. The next 2 are, I class them as free spells, they're not, but Icy Blast and March of Swirling Mist both do something similar. Basically you pay 1, you pay blue and an X, and you, in Icy Blast case, tap X target creatures. In March of Swirling Mist case, X target creatures phase out. But because for each X you pay, you're targeting a new creature, X is essentially 0. So if you choose 5 for X and you tap down 5 creatures, you still just pay in that 1 blue. And obviously Icy Blast has Ferocious, so if you control a creature of power 4 or greater, which our commander is, those creatures don't untap during the controller's next untap phase. So these are really powerful, either defensive or getting blockers out of the way. Healer's Intervention as well, 2 white and an X, mainly looking at the destroy X target artifacts and enchantment spell. So again, if our opponent has a lot of, basically it doesn't matter how many artifacts or enchantments they have, with a commander down we can destroy them all, and we can sometimes gain life. Snowball Simulacra as well is just absolutely bonkers, 2 blue and an X, and we conjure a duplicate of each of X target non-token permanents into our hand. Those cards perpetually gain mana of any type can be spent to cast a spell. If X is 5 or more, you may put one of them from your hand onto the battlefield. So this is anything. So if our opponent has 4 lands and a really powerful creature, we could pay 5 for X, copy Duke's, conjure duplicates of their 4 lands and their creature into a hand, and put that creature onto the battlefield. And obviously the more useful cards they have, the better. And then Shattercold Smashing is not as impactful as the other ones. 2 red and an X. Because we can only target up to 2 things, but obviously it does reduce the cost by 2. Deals X damage divided as we choose among any of up to 2 target creatures and planeswalkers. If X is 6 or more, it deals twice X. So we can basically, if we pay 8, if we choose X is 6, we do 12 to 2 things, but we only have to pay 6 for it, not 8. So I'm not going to go through everything else. We do have some, as I said, extra turn spells. Whirlwind of Thought's really, really powerful. We cast in a lot of non-creature spells. Same with Archmage Emeritus. That Magecraft trigger can get through our deck as well. Yeah, so a lot of cards in our deck obviously target. We have a few sweepers to go into the end game because we do want to be able to get down Hinata, protect it with our counter spells, and then just take over the game. Mana base is, as you expect, a lot of the dual lands. We do have Mana Confluence, and then the Ralgrim Triome, which is in all our colours. So yeah, this is really, really, really fun deck. A slight different take on control decks, because you are smashing with a 4/4 flying trample, and then, ending it with a big Magma Opus, or Magma Opus on turn, say like 5, is not unheard of, to just absolutely take over the game. So really, really enjoy it. Hope you enjoy it too. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. We go first up against a 5-colour Joda deck. Well, this is pretty slow. I mean, we do have a counter spell, so and we can Surveil turn 1. No, I need my 4th land. We'll hold up Memory Lapse. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Well, Ristic Study is a powerful card. We are shields down, but they can't cast Joda yet. Yes, we will draw a card. I'll play this on... Tell you what, we'll just play at Sacred Foundry. We don't need to play anything just yet. I won't play Hinata because I would want to play Hinata once we have Memory Lapse. We will counter their Sarith. I imagine they have removal, but... No, I really wanted that Sarah. Well, let's just get yeah, I don't mind taking a hit from Sarif. We can Cyclonic Rift in a bit. And we can just destroy the boots, actually. Let us Shark Typhoon. We'll get it for 4. Because next turn I think we'll just be bouncing everything. Why didn't they put the boots on Joda? To give it haste. Oh, that doesn't target, does it? So we do need to play out this. We'll get a blue source. Well, let's play out the wastes. Let's creative. That is other untap. Yes, let's creative outburst. Try at 7/7, and yeah, our opponent scoops because they know we can just deal with their Joda. Although, not necessarily. It does have 5. But we could probably lofty deny it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because we've got a creature with flying. We've got 3 of them, in fact. I'd like to stop playing against Pock. Need more lands. Which I don't seem to be finding. Yes, attack me with your Razor. If they have a land, they can replay Pock, but they won't get that land trigger. Well, they have the land, and there is Pock. We just have to hope we can just card draw and start pulling away. Yeah, we'll take 7. We can destroy the henge. Which is what we do. We'll get a island and we'll counter Vorinclex. We'll take another 7. Well, there's the swords. Counter was Snakeskin Veil. Do they have something else? Well, we have to block. Let's get another blue. Clout Hinata. I don't actually know what Soul of New Phyrexia does. We tap down their board. Well, that's quite irritating. It's attacking. Take an extra turn. Attacking. And we can counter the scrapyard activation. I wanted to get back Icy Blast instead, but do we just have lethal? 9. I think we do. Yeah. That is exact amount. Ooh. That was a tough one, as all games against POC are. We're up against elves. Well, we have a lot of counter spells. Let me give this one a go. We can probably surveil turn 1. Yeah, that would have been a good one to counter. We have white, blue, so let's get red, blue. They haven't got black mana yet. They do have black mana now. Manual tapping. We'll counter Frailes. They were hoping, I think, to untap their Mystic. Thing is, they can still play out Lathril. Like, this is worth countering. We really want our some of their sweepers. Well, let's play out Hinata. We can play Sublime Epiphany for quite cheap. Well, we can take an extra turn. Unfortunately, we can't Whirlwind of Thought and do anything else. I think we take an extra turn and we will bounce the priest. Oh, shouldn't have kept that. I think we can do it for 2. So I'm going to play out Whirlwind of Thought. So, counter target spell, non-land permanent, we create a token copy of a creature and we draw a card. Non-land permanent, the priest. Let's keep the token for now. Just because it's untapped. Well, let's play out Key. We will discard Lofty Denial. We can kill the... well, let's play out an Esper Sentinel. And then we can kill... Prismara Command. Sorry, kill their priest. You probably kill their Leaf Crown Visionary now. Two damage. Let's just create a token. We're down to 8. We will swing in. And just wipe the board. And we can hold up Kindred Denial for when they replay Lathril. And yeah, our opponent scoops it up. That was proper control, that was. We go first. With only 2 lands. Well, let's hope we can surveil into more. I think we get white, blue. Yep. Keep that. Play picture heroic intervention. Playing build before you can play a land as well is pretty dangerous. Well, we're going to have to keep up the Disdainful Strike, but I think we will dash Ragavan. But we can Disdainful Stroke the Gitrog monster. Or that. Well, I think we dash again, because with the treasure, they could have 1 mana removal. With the treasure, we can play. Ooh, 3. Okay. Fair enough. We will just play out Teferi. Or do we play? Yeah, let's play Teferi.
Let's slow this down. This might be a bad idea.
We can use it to bounce the Gitrog monster if they play it. Let's draw with this Teferi.
Keep up the pace.
And we will bounce Titania with that Teferi. We will untap our archive and a command tower. And we have Tower's End available. Can't count on that though. We could counter that, but I'm not doing that.
You want me to phase you out of time?
Well, let's get down Hinata. Tick up.
Hold that I've done the hero thing before.
We'll untap Meticulous Archive. We're fine with that for now. We're not fine with that. And yeah, that causes our opponent to scoop. How many lands do they even have in their graveyard? 1, 2. Only 3, so actually it wasn't that impactful. But, you know, next turn we can just Icy Blast all their creatures for 1 mana. Hold up Towers and draw more cards. Wish we had more blue mana so we could Archmage Emeritus and hold up Icy Blast, but oh well. Well, we have some ramp, we have removal and interaction with Reprieve and a Braid. We will just surveil. You want to get an island or a mountain when we surveil, but also a white source. So maybe Meticulous Archive. We seem to have broken our opponent by playing a land. There they go. They got there in the end. We need more land, I think. You just hold up Reprieve. And you can just hold up Reject. Get a elegant parlour. I would like a full land. There's a full land. Hinata and Magma Opus is a bit bonkers. We can literally get it down to right, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, tap, tap. Oh no. 1, 2, 3. Tap, tap. Tapping Fable doesn't do anything, obviously. Oh, we don't hit another land. That's frustrating. I think we pitch. Well, yeah, our opponent just scoops it up. Having 2 4/4s on turn 5 is pretty good. We go first with, well, a lot of counter spells, which is good. As always, we also vow turn 1. And get blue-red. Sure. Let's just shock in steam vents. Let's get out Hinata. We'll play this on white. Well, let's attack in. And then what we do is I think we might just hold that. Let's play a Teferi.
Trust me. You hurry.
We'll untap a couple of lands. We can 3 steps ahead to counter. That's definitely worth countering. Tick up.
Keep up the pace.
Let's just play out Narset.
My prowess is unmatched by my peers. Meditate and prepare.
Let's get swords. No, I'm going to be greedy, I think.
That was uncalled for.
So, we tick up.
Hold that thought.
Let's play this on blue. Tick down.
The thoughtfulness before action.
Yeah, and a braid. So what we do is X equals 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll put a Roxanne onto the battlefield. Go face. Arcane Signet. Then we'll Swords Roxanne. And then, yeah, let's cast an Up the Beanstalk. And we can hold up Mystical Dispute and wash away. For Atali. They can pay for it, but that's their entire turn. Well, let's just attack in. And I think this is just lethal. Well, this isn't lethal. But this is. There we go. They didn't even have a chance to cast a tally.